Hello, everybody. It's Friday. That means it's time for another topic of the week. So, first things first, last week's topic on your favorite tournament memory. There's a lot of cool stories there. I really liked reading about it. I had and sort of everybody sharing uh, their own personal stories. And I hope that between my video and people who read the comments, that those of you who might be sitting on the fence, seriously reconsider and go to a tournament. Uh, there's so many good ones. As I said, NashCon this last week, and I recorded that before NashCon. I did a wrap up video. As I said in that video, everybody I played was awesome. I had 5 awesome games with 5 awesome people. None of it was like whack. None of it was bad. None of it was in any way contentious. I don't even think we had a rule. There was no rules question in all 5 games. It was clean, fast. It's fun. Like, and everybody, there was the same story I basically heard from everyone. I'm not even sure if I heard an actual judge call all weekend. Um, Everybody there couldn't have been more friendly. It was great to see everyone. I know that a lot of people are afraid of, like, my army's not good enough. I'm not good enough. There's mean, like, the people are going to be mean, or it's going to be very serious. It's all going to be people who are trying to win. That is not the people who go to tournaments. People who go to tournaments, in my estimation, are largely those people who want to go hang out with their friends, have a good time, and roll some dice with their army. Yes, there are a core group of people who are playing very hard, but those are actually usually the nicest people in my own estimation and in my sort of encounters with them, because sports is a big part of winning. Like, you cannot take best overall being including sports, without being a good sportsman and a friendly person. And most of the people who are up at those top tables are friendly people. They tend to be winners because they take all aspects of the hobby seriously. Like, that is to say, they take their generalship seriously, but they also are there to have fun and to be nice to people, and and everything else. So that's my personal experience with it. I hope we at least made you interested in checking it out. At any rate, I know I'll be back at NashCon next year for sure, though there are many tournaments in between now and then. This week, I want to talk about a very specific element of the AoS 2 previews. As we're leading up to AoS 2, I want to talk about something that's been a little contentious, sort of, I guess. I don't know. The faction focus articles. We started to get our second round of them, as well as some new ones. But the faction focus articles, and whether you love or hate them or don't care. And I'm really torn on these. I heard some people decry them because they're like an obvious marketing gimmick. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. Those are prepared by the marketing team. I mean, yeah, they're called the community team, but that's a part of it. That's an extension of a marketing team, guys. Yeah, and that's not a bad thing, by the by. You want marketing to have a very large impact on a business, because ostensibly marketing is thinking any good marketing group is thinking how and what is going to make our clients the most happy. I would hope that's a guiding principle for your entire business. Marketing gets decried a lot. It shouldn't. Yes, some of it is sort of madmen tricking people nonsense, but a whole lot of it is just thinking about how to best help clients understand the value of products. And the reality is that's a big deal, because people don't just instantly know everything about a thing. So the faction focus stuff, to me, I still find myself torn on. I don't care that they're marketing exercises. That's fine. As well they should be. And I don't mind that they have like the sort of overview of the faction and then the interview portion with someone who plays them, and then the changes. I know a lot of people, like, I often skip the interview portion. I don't care. That's not any slight. They have a lot of good people who are being interviewed. I've read some of them. But the issue from my estimation is I already probably played the army. That's why I'm reading it. For me personally, or I know how it plays, and so I just want to know what's going to be different. But I can see how if I was a newer person, especially not like, I don't mean cold. I mean maybe just newer. I don't have experience with all the factions, and I want to kind of get the feeling of different armies. I think it's a good exercise. So I think part of this came up in like a conversation with Doom and Darkness and on his channel, that they felt like the top part and the sort of testimonial or whatever you want to call it were worthless. I disagree. Those are the most worthwhile parts, because they directly share somebody's point of view of what they think and feel when they're playing the army. My big issue is actually with the rule stuff, in that often it's been partial at best. And what I mean by that is, like, I wish they would give us a little more concrete things. I'm not asking for like a full points list and stuff like that. That's fine. I just wish that if something was brought up, that they would really flesh out that thing. So if this is the way their magic's going to work, I wish they would really give the context around that element. Say there's other changes too. We're not going to touch on those, right? But here's an example of a thing that is very much this faction and how it's changing, and really walk us through that whole change. As it is now, it kind of skips around. It's like, this thing's dropping in points, and this thing will be better, and this character's pretty good because they benefit from the shooting ruler, can cast an endless spell. Which, by the way, boy, are we getting a lot of mileage out of that one. Out of both of those. The neg 1 to hit when shooting and the endless spells certainly generate a lot of words in all those faction focus articles. We get it. Both goblins and elves on foot and everybody else in the world who's going to be, you know, a character who's not a monster can get neg 1. Thumbs up. So my problem with them is that I feel like I would like more. Again, I don't want it to be... I feel like right now it's shallow and broad. Like, very shallow and broad. And what I would love it to be is a little more T-shaped. Right? Bring it in, leave some stuff unsaid, but pick a thing and really explain that thing so I really get the flavor of the whole change. Does everybody understand what I mean by T-shaped? Upside down T? Anyway, hopefully. That's kind of my thought about it. But I mean, but what I want to know is, what do you think? How do you feel about the faction focuses articles? Do you like them? Are they making you interested in factions? Have they made you think about any new armies? Do you not have a problem with what I'm talking about? Just kind of like getting the general feeling of the stuff that's changing. There you go. That's my question for this week. Drop it down in the comments, as always, or make a response video. And if you do, I'll link that one down below. Down there, you can also find last week's response video, or last week's video, and you can go click that to see any responses that were left for that one. As always, appreciate you watching. We'll see you next time.